Hello everyone, this is Andrew Gallop. I've got a story to tell y'all. It's a true story about what happened in Scotland a few years ago. And I wanted to have a lesson in this. It indicated that what can happen to us when we assume things. One of the leaders that I work with in our business is Ray Higdon, and he is always talking about when you assume that something is going to happen, that you are probably wrong, that it probably is not going to happen. When you assume things, you're usually a fool. And let me explain this to you. And at the end, if you'll bear with me, well, I may even go into a rant like one of our other leaders, Dave Wood, does sometimes. I really enjoy both of their trainings. They are just really superhuman beings. But what happened to me in Scotland, my wife Judy and I just love going over there on holiday. And one year we went, had reservations up at the Royal Golf Hotel in Dornoch, which overlooks the Dornoch Golf Course and the Firth of Dornoch. A firth is the same thing that in the United States that we call sounds. It's a large body of water where it goes into a larger body of water. It's beautiful scenery. But we had a room on the second floor, beautiful view, and there was a flat roof. There was a flat roof that was on a one-story right beside us, right out one of the windows, and there was 3 baby seagulls had hatched out and were on that roof. And the parents would come in feeding them. They were rather noisy, but we really enjoyed it. We like nature. And there are no screens on the windows in Scotland. They don't have a lot of bugs, but we were laying there just enjoying the views and enjoying everything and watching the seagulls. And all of a sudden, here comes a buzz come in the room, and it stopped. Then a buzz, it stopped. A buzz, and it would stop. And it was a big old fly. It looked just like a house fly, except it was about 3 times as large. And that thing just kept aggravating us. And I'd get up and try to swat it, and it would stop. And you'd find it and try to swat it with a magazine, and it just kept going. Well, it aggravated Judy. Now, Judy's also known as Judge Judy. But it aggravated her, and she got up, and she chased it into the bathroom. And she come back out in a minute, and she said, "I got that fly in the bathroom." And I thought, well, that means for me to go in there and get rid of that fly. So I got up. See, I'm assuming things. And I got up, and I went in the bathroom and closed the door. And I got the only thing I had in there to use to try and catch that fly was a hand towel. And I got the hand towel, and it was buzz, stop, and that fly was all over. And I finally hit it a lick and knocked it out. So I picked it up and threw it in the toilet. And they got big old drains on the toilet, so when you flush a toilet in Scotland, it takes everything and goes with it. Well, I threw it in the toilet and flushed and said, "Well, I got you." And I started to come out of the bathroom, and it was bzzz, stop, bzzz, stop. And that fly had swam back up and come back into that room. I thought, now ain't this something? So here we go, we battle again. By now I've named him Buzz. And we battle around, and I finally knock him out again. And I threw him back in that toilet, and I took some toilet paper and put over top of it. And figured, well, now that'll get you. And it was holding him down under the water. And I let it sit for a minute, and I flushed it. Starting to come out the room, and here's a bzzz, stop. He's flying around again. And when he had stopped, then you had to hunt him down. Well, this went on, And I finally knocked him out again. Threw him back in the toilet. And there was some liquid hand soap there. So I took some of this soap, put on some toilet paper, because in this country, if you have an insect, if you spray them with soap, well, it'll take care of them. Well, I put that over top of that fly, and I let him sit for a minute, and he quit kicking. And I said, well, I got you now. And I took and flushed again. And I waited a couple of minutes just to be sure. And he didn't come back. I said, well, I got him now. I assumed I had took care of the job that was called on me to do. So I go back in the room, and I told Judge Judy, I said, I got rid of that fly. She said, what do you mean got rid of the fly? How'd you do that? I said, I flushed him down the toilet. She said, no, you didn't. She said, I opened that window so he'd go out the window. I didn't want him killed. She's a nature lover and don't like killing anything except maybe a mosquito or a roach. But anyhow, I assumed she wanted that fly dead, and that was not her intention at all, particularly being that he was a Scottish fly. You just don't mess with him. Well, this goes on, and we enjoyed our scenery and the view and watching the seagulls and just enjoying ourselves. Had dinner, went to bed. The next morning, we go downstairs to breakfast, and our room was on the east end of the hotel, overlooking the water and the golf course. The restaurant is on the west end of the hotel, downstairs, overlooking the parking lot and part of the golf course. Well, we go down and sit down in the restaurant to eat, and this restaurant, it's about 60 feet from one end to the other. We were sitting at the west end, ordered our breakfast, and all of a sudden, I heard this bzzz, and bam! Something hits me right in the forehead. And Judy looks at me, and everybody in the restaurant sitting looking at me. What in the world's going on? And I think, bzzz, back clean across the restaurant, there's a bookcase at the other side of the restaurant. And it stops in this bookcase, or in that area. And I thought, what in the world was that? And I recognized the sound, and she did too. Said, that was that fly. So Buzz was okay. In a second, we heard a bzzz, bap. He comes back, hits me in the head again. I thought, well, now, what in the world am I going to do? Because he takes right back off and goes back over the other side of the restaurant. And everybody's starting to look at me and watching for this fly. And next thing you know, here's a bzzz. He comes back and he hits me again and takes back off across the room. And I thought, now, you know, this ain't going to work, because he was hitting me hard enough. I'd have thought it would have knocked him out, because it was almost knocking me out. But he didn't come back again, thank goodness. So we went ahead and ate our breakfast. But now this lesson that I'm wanting to get across is when you assume something, you're probably a fool. Because I assumed that I was supposed to kill that fly. I assumed that I had 3 times. And then I found out that I had not killed a fly, that I was not even supposed to bother that fly. And not only did Judge Judy tell me that I wasn't supposed to bother that fly told me that I wasn't supposed to bother that fly. So if you go to Scotland, don't mess with flies. Now, that's a lesson to be learned here, I hope. I am trying to learn that lesson myself, and every time that I listen to Ray and David, I think about, well, now what y'all are saying is the truth. But you may just have to hit me in the head to get my attention. Because Ray will tell you that when you present your business to someone, or present yourself to someone, and ask them to watch a CD or watch a presentation, they'll say, oh yeah, we'll watch it. They don't watch it. You call them up, and they'll say, well, we'll watch it, we'll call you. They don't call you. They ain't going to call you. And so you need to listen and learn, try to learn from these people. They know what they're talking about. They have been there and done that. And these rants that David gets on, I just love them. He has really got our government down pat. He tells it just like it is. I enjoy so much working with both of them because they are no bull people. They will help you to the end. But now you have to do it their way. If you don't do it their way, they'll tell you, why are you talking to me? Because this is a waste of my time and your time. If you're going to do it your way, then do it your way and don't bother them. But I am trying to listen to their lessons and learn from them and learn how to listen and to be a good student and to help other people with their lives. People that need, with the economy the way it's going now, there are a lot of people out of work, a lot of people out of money, and things are not really looking good. And we are trying to help people to get some business going that they can do without interfering with what they're doing now. It just takes a little time and a lot of effort. And the more that you do, the more you progress, why then you move on from there. We will take you by the hand as long as you will follow the lead. We have just tremendous lessons that are put together by the company, by Ray, and by David, and we are all working with them. We are learning, and we would love for you to come and join us if you are serious about enhancing your life. Please come and join with us. And I hope that you enjoyed the story of the fly. This is a true story, absolutely. And Judge Judy and I love working with David and Ray. So y'all come if you feel like it and join us, and we will help you to gain independent freedom with a new business of your own. This is Andrew Gallop signing off for now. Thank you very much. If you listen through all this, I owe you a debt, because you can probably work with us if you've had the patience to listen to everything that I have said. Thank you very much. This is Andrew Gallop signing off for now. Have a good day.